Welcome to Nothing to Fear podcast. I go by the name Chris BlonkoPro. I started this podcast to share my untold story, my truths, and my journey, and my close relationship to Jesus Christ. And I want you to create a life on your own terms. We always have a choice. This podcast is about career, hustle, perseverance, manifestation, fun, sport, entertainment, relationship goals, and making it happen on your terms.
Welcome back to the Nothing to Fear podcast. I'm BlonkoPro, the people's podcast. We all know that by now. So, bring somebody to the community. And today, I have a special guest on set. This is a long time coming, like a long time coming. It's a kid that could tell a lot of things about me because I share a lot with him. I open up to this kid, and I could tell a lot about him too. Welcome, my boy. Next up, K.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Nothing to Fear podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Peace and blessings, my brother.
You know the vibes.
How you been?
Chilling, can't complain. I'm here today. I went to church earlier.
Word.
But yeah, just giving thanks.
Yeah, that's the first thing to do. Very important, man. Yeah, man. So we have a few things we're going to speak about today based on our journey from how far along I know you and stuff.
Okay.
You're going to share with the audience out there who Next Up K is, let them look and understand who you is and what you're doing in society, what you're giving back.
Okay.
How did you start pursuing? We're going to go on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
The whole story, man.
So
we'll give it to him.
Give me, how you been though? Talk to me.
Well, I can't complain. I just been focusing on the music right now.
Yeah.
We've been in the studio heavy, me and my team. Just labbing up songs for the end of the year.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later, but I got a project I'm dropping towards the end of the year. So we just working right now.
That's good, man, because consistency is key.
That's key. You know that we talk about that all the time.
All the time, bro. Like especially when you have a passion in something that you really love, something you enjoy doing every day, it's very, very important, man. So we have a lot to talk about, XUpK.
Don't know.
You know what I mean? Tell the people about what it is like to growing up in Flatbush, in the Flatbush area. What,
Well,
the struggles and
okay,
that you had to been through and shit, and give them a little bit of insight and your education background.
Right. So I'm from Basin, but I had went to Midwood High School. So that's in Flatbush around Junction area.
Yeah.
Behind Brooklyn College. So times over there was, I wouldn't say rugged because everybody had their journey in school. But, like, the neighborhood, it was what it was during them times. It was a little difficult.
Yeah.
It got a little crazy at McDonald's sometimes. You have to watch your back.
Yeah.
People trying to rob you, all that type of stuff.
The famous McDonald's, right?
Yeah, the famous McDonald's. I think it's still over there right now.
Yeah. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, they ain't go
Free promotion, man.
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So, just basically growing up in Mill Basin as well, too, because, a lot of people don't know, it's by Kings Plaza. It's really at the end of Flatbush. I grew up over there, for most of my life.
Yeah.
Not really a lot of artists came out of Mill Basin, so, I'm going to be the first for real.
Word.
I know that.
Yeah, so, being that I know a lot about you, but the people don't, you know what I mean? So, give the people a little bit of rundown of your academic life, what you get into, your basketball, because I know you was balling at one point, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, just let the people know a little bit about that, that journey that you take, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it was tough. Growing up, I had a late growth spurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my summer, my junior year, I grew like about 4 or 5 inches. So I was at Millwood at the time, but I wasn't hooping. The coach, he didn't really like me. And then I'll be honest with myself too. I wasn't really up to par, like what I had, expected for myself. So, along with the growth spurt, I got better in the summertime. And then I had transferred to Zavarian, so I started playing basketball over there. That's an all-boys Catholic school in Brooklyn, for those that don't know. But I was playing over there. You know, I was finding like the ins and outs because I was a competitive basketball league. So, you know, I was doing my thing over there,
Yeah.
just learning the game because I didn't play no high school basketball. So, you know, that was my senior year too. But academically, I did well as, you know, I did good as well.
Yeah.
You know, I would never say I wasn't, you know, smart in school. I always like, you know, try to do what I, you know, do.
The
But
necessity. The
you know,
necessity.
sometimes you have distractions.
Yeah,
But you know, I
yeah.
kept it cool. I
It's,
did what I had to do in school.
it's all a part of growth, man.
Yeah,
Distractions, man. It's just at the end of the day, it's just decisions and the choices you take, my brother.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So basketball, you was playing basketball because I thought he was gonna make it to the NBA. When I saw this nigga came to the shop, I was like, this nigga tall as fuck. And the first thing that I always ask a tall nigga, you ball? Like that's my first take. Yeah, you ball? Yeah. So first when I know him too, he wasn't even. I didn't even know this dude would have been like a rapper. I'm like, he came to the shop one day, yo, I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm like, what? Are you sure?
Yo,
Yeah, he was like, hell yeah. Yeah, his very first video that he shoot, like actually directed that shit, like real shit. Like the cameraman came and the cameraman was just pointing his camera and stand over there. And I was like, nah, nigga, you can't do that. I said you gotta have some form of direction in this video. So I had to just think of the cap and interject some little parts in there and shit. And that first video was a heartbreaker too because man, tell them about that first video that you shot,
I
man.
got you. So, you know, a lot of people may not know because the video I took it down, but
Yeah,
I had shot it in Blanco's first shop
yeah,
where I had met him, where he was working at.
yeah.
Um, you know, that day was crazy. I was supposed to have like um, one of my best friends at the time. She was supposed to pull up and do like a scene in the shop. You remember?
Yeah.
But we didn't get to do that. So, you know, even with the cameraman, he wasn't even really like directing it how it was supposed to
What's
be.
up,
Just like you
direct?
said, you
Yeah,
basically
man.
directed it. So he didn't do his part. But you know, I guess that was like a time when I got to see like, you know, Blanco. He's with me. Like he wants to see me, you know,
Yeah, I
really
want to
do
see you
this.
win, bro,
He wants
and
to see me
like
win.
that's what I
You
do.
know, I appreciated that. I ain't even gonna lie. My son, he actually gave me his chain that day too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I never lied to you. Word.
yeah.
So you know, that was one of them things that I just took personally, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna keep it going from that.
Yo, man, listen. Next up, K, you guys gotta look out for him. He's doing it and he's grinding,
Working.
and he's saying some factual stuff. He's saying inspirational stuff. Um, Based on what I know and I see you, I watch your growth. I see the improvement.
Hmm.
I see you level up. Boy, you're working. And you know me, when you're around me, I'm gonna put all my encouragement and motivation your way, you know that.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean? And I see the growth, brother. And I wanna ask you though, what inspired you to become a rapper?
Mm, that's a good question.
Yeah.
You know, even though you know my path, we probably spoke about it a little bit, but
And who inspired you?
deep down, you know, I was I was like at the end of my basketball type of dream,
Yeah.
you know, in my head thinking like, you know, I'm gonna still go to school, so you know that kind of like went out the window. But I guess it was really like one night, like you know, I didn't smoke for a weekend because I had started smoking at the time, so
Yeah.
I ain't smoked for a weekend, and then I just started listening to beats, and like I just wanted to like write something down for real.
Yeah.
You know, every now and again in life, somebody you know tried to write something to a instrumental, but like I guess during that time, I had just wanted to write something down just to put my feelings on paper.
Mhm.
So
I think you have a song named Feelings too.
yeah, I
But
definitely do. You know,
finish what you're
we'll get
doing.
to that
Yeah.
too. But so I had just wrote it down on paper, and then you know, I started like recording myself on the phone with the instrumental playing in the background,
Yeah.
and then I had sent it to a few like close friends on my block, and they were saying like you know I should get in the studio, and then I just took that like as motivation, you know, because nobody was really like jacking it at the time, so I just went forward and I wanted to like just start with that.
That's
Going.
fire, bro.
Yeah.
That's fire,
Hmm.
man. Cause I witness. I'm glad I'm
Got to see
there
it all.
to see it all. I could tell his that part of his story. I could break it down to anyone as good as possible. You know what I mean? Do you have any form of mentor? Any form of anyone who help you, drive you, like push you in the right direction?
I'd be lying if I didn't say you. You know,
Yeah,
you're definitely one of my mentors. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
In life. You know, I look up to Nipsey Hussle. You
Yeah,
know, rest in peace to him. But
yeah.
I look up to him. I look up to
Rest in peace, Nipsey.
even Tupac and Biggie sometimes.
Word.
The
How
impact that
can
they had
you?
on society,
Yeah,
you know, with music. So those would really be like people. But you know,
yeah,
specifically, I would definitely say you though, because you know how long I knew you. You
yeah.
know, so
Appreciate that.
yeah.
Cheers to that, brother.
Cheers to that. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
appreciate that, man. We have a lot more to accomplish. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah, man. So, do you have anyone in your immediate circle who is managing
Yeah.
and
So behind Next Up K is Stick to the Script.
yeah,
That's the label, the record label that we have right now.
yeah,
Managing me is my brother, man. We went far back, but
yeah,
as time went on
yeah,
and we got closer, he got to like get more involved with the music,
yeah,
and then it was, I wouldn't say sudden, but it all just happened one day that I asked him if he wanted to manage me.
yeah,
So then we just went into that lane, and then bouncing off of ideas and him creating a list for me.
yeah.
We came about with the name Stick to the Script.
Mhm.
So I'm the CEO of that as well, and then he's the co-CEO, as well as managing Next Up K.
Yeah.
So it's a lot on our plates right now, but we just trying to show the young people that we could do this.
Oh man.
That's what we trying to do.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
That I love that, and that's what I when I invested my time in someone, I want to see they really try to invest it in someone else, and that's the whole game. That's the whole community, because that's why this is Nothing to Fear podcast, and what we're here to do is to uplift people, and if we can do anything when it come on to motivation and motivating you guys and changing your direction in the way you think, that's what we're about. So please bring somebody to the community. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So tell me now. This is very touching. So you don't have to answer. You don't have to say anything. What's your take on the Kendrick and Drake beef?
That's tough. I seen something the other day with Kendrick's song going on billboards. Having like one of the highest amount of streams.
You know what? I don't cut you too. When he started, he sounded a little like Drake, and I was like, "Yo, you sound like Drake. You need to grow into your own."
That's a fact. You
Yeah.
did say that as well.
Yeah. So
But
finish what you're saying.
with Drake as well, he did his thing too
Yeah.
with Family Matters.
Of
that was
course.
his track.
Hell
that
yeah.
was also on billboards or trending or whatever. So the way I feel, I mean, it was competitive.
Yeah.
I felt like it all started with like J. Cole at first, like him
Yeah.
going back and
Yeah.
forth with Kendrick,
Yeah.
and then him deleting his song, but then that kind of just sparked Drake and Kendrick to go at it.
And he not only
But,
deleted it, he apologized to like,
Yeah,
"Yo, I
he
don't want to
ended up
get into
apologizing
it."
too,
Yeah.
and they took the song down. But you know, I guess it has hip hop like flowing right now. Because
Facts.
aside from that, there was a whole issue I heard about today with Cardi B and Bia, but
Yeah.
that's another thing. That's another story. But yeah, everybody's beefing right now. I don't know.
How do you stay focused? Like, what make you give you that drive to stay focused? And what's your struggles of from when you start? Tell a young man out there that want to pursue rap and know you're still growing at the moment, but your knowledge that you gather, give somebody out there, inspire somebody out there,
Okay.
tell them something nice.
So what really motivated me, to keep going is like, God didn't give me this dream for no reason, and I really firmly believe that. So that's something I gotta just, go through with. Aside from also, once wanting to have hoop dreams, like who didn't have hoop dreams, and that didn't happen, So just staying motivated, wanting to complete this dream is a big thing for me.
Oh man.
And you know, being down, struggling as an artist, that's a really big thing that a lot of people got to overcome. You know, to get to a point where they're at a higher status.
Yeah.
Or one of the top people in the game right now. So those struggles, it could be like not having money for the studio, not having money for videos, stuff like that. But you just gotta find a way to gather a team just like I did, or if not, it'll come to you. But just stay focused.
Yo, man, that's dope. And are you signed? Are you independent? Does it look like?
Right now, I'm independent.
Yeah.
But in a way, signed to my label.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're still independent. We're building right now. We're looking at potentially getting to a point that we could talk to these labels on getting distribution deals, trying to get the music pushed to a different level. So we focusing on that right now.
I like the way you're talking with that confidence too. I see that shit coming through your pores, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, keep that shit going, man.
That's
You
how it
saw
is.
signed to my label. Like, how did you get to do that? Like, what did you have to put in place to feel so confident?
You got to structure up, and you got to know, like, look at the downfalls that happen with certain artists that, signed to labels and dealing with publishing and all that stuff. You just look at that and see yourself as you don't want to deal with that. So that's one of the main factors.
That's game.
Also trying to put on for your team.
Yeah.
Wanting them to be involved as well.
That's game. That's game right there. Like, that's game. And I have to respect that, man. I see the growth, man. I see it all in fruition.
Appreciate that.
And I like it. I like the fact that you keep going, because it's obvious that you have a lot of passion for it. And I can tell you from my perspective, it's just a matter of time. Just keep pushing, bro. It's just a matter of time before everything come to fruition. You know what I mean? And the structuring part of the game, very important. I'll tell anyone out there, man, just don't go free flowing, man. If you don't know it, go ask somebody who know, man. It don't cost you. It's not gonna cost you nothing to come to me personally, because that's what we do. What is gonna cost you? It's gonna cost you when you wait until I'm blown up. So my time is gonna be important. So take it while it lasts, man. You know what I mean? So, my nigga, my boy, Next OK, tell them where they can find you, my brother.
On all socials at Next Up K, and look forward for the project Level Up coming later on in the year. It's got a lot of great songs on it. Subscribe to my channel as well, at Next Up K on YouTube, and just follow me. Just follow the journey.
Right. I love that.
Thank
I
you.
love that, man. I need to see you out there, man. I have a next question, because I want you to tell the young one out there, like somebody who in the middle of making a decision that they're not sure of. You know what I mean? What's the hardest part of being an independent artist?
The hardest part would probably be not having funding. That could be discouraging. You feel like you can't get things done because you don't have the money. But, you got to hustle, and that's in all type of aspects. Working, whether outside, just hustle. Try to get to it. Try to fund what you believe in at the end of the day. And that's all that matters.
That's I'll take that. I'll take that, brother. You know what I mean? So, do you have anyone you want to shout out?
My team stick to the script.
Word.
My brothers. My mother. I'm sorry I didn't mention God, but
Yeah,
too.
Yeah. Amen
Nothing
to
to
that.
Fear, the podcast as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother Blanco,
Yeah,
for
man.
pushing and making this happen.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you for having me.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I'm happy. I have you right here. You know what I mean? Some people grow you out and they don't remember.
They don't remember.
You know what I mean? And we spoke about a lot of stuff. And this is one of the stuff that we spoke about. You're going to be right beside me, the first artist answered for Nothing to Fear podcast. And that shit come to fruition. And I'm watching you grow, and I'm proud of you. And keep doing it. We have a lot more work to do.
A lot more
to
work.
Find your motivation. You know what I mean?
A lot more work.
Yeah, man. So, what keep you in pushing and staying motivated?
You know, just seeing what it could do for my family and the close ones next to me.
Yeah.
You know, we're all in a situation where we hustling right now. We're not comfortable. We just want to make sure that we're comfortable, our families are comfortable.
Game.
Kids, potentially, because, you know, none of us have kids yet, but, you know, just trying to make sure that we at that type of point, that we live in how we want to live.
I love that. You're sturdy, bro. You know what I mean? Keep pushing, man, and keep motivating and keep giving back. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can you share with them out there, like share with someone, like what you do in the community, what you did, you know what I mean, so far in the community, you know what I mean?
So we actually had the back to school drive this past year.
I remember that.
And, you know, I contributed to that. You know, I pulled up. My mom actually gave me some books and folders, you know, to give, you know, as well. So, you know, I pulled up with that. I interacted with the kids, you know, just having fun and all that.
Yeah.
You know, they was all infatuated with how tall I was.
Yeah.
So, you know, just showing them that, you know, I'm here with them. You know, the community is a big thing because a lot of people don't think they can make it out.
Yeah.
So you just got to inspire them, you know, while you close, you know, and you're not super busy and everything's happening because, you know, I'm still grounded right now.
Yeah. So what do you have next? What next? You have next plan? What's the next big move? What's the next?
Big move. You know, we're trying to get a lot of things situated behind the scenes for Stick to the Script and Next Up K.
Yeah.
You know, paperwork wise and just, you know, legal wise. So we're trying to get those things situated. You know, we shooting videos still off the mixtape I got next that I had dropped in January, you know, earlier in the year. So, you know, we still getting videos together so we could drop. Still making music.
Yeah.
Staying in the gym. You know, that's a part of, you know, my daily schedule now, too.
Yeah.
Not just me, but, you know, people on my team as well. You know, we taking it, like...
Keep everybody grounded.
Yeah, we taking it in to want to, like, be physically fit, but also mind, body, and soul.
Yes,
Those
sir.
three things right there.
Health is
that
wealth.
matters.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
Yes, sir.
Watch what you intake. You know, I'm a person. I like McDonald's sometimes. I have to lay off McDonald's a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, but I know eventually maybe one day I'll get that little sponsorship deal with McDonald's. But
yeah, free
promo right now. That's what
free
I'm doing.
Promo McDonald's.
Yeah.
Holla, Nothing to Fear. So, guys, this is a Nothing to Fear podcast. This is episode 14.
14.
The producer is saying that we have to wrap up. Shout out to my producer, Chris Anton, over there, doing a marvelous job. Yeah, man. So he's saying it's time to wrap up. So I'm going to remind you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. And keep commenting and bring someone to the community. This is Nothing to Fear podcast, and we're about growth and community and upliftment. So the scenery is going to be changing from time to time. Get used to it. We're going to have different concept of this Nothing to Fear podcast in every different angles. So until next time, thank you for turning up, my boy.
Appreciate
keep
you
pushing.
Yeah.
And keep winning, man.
You know that.
I'm out.
All right.
Love, peace, and blessings. May God goes with you all.
Welcome to Nothing to Fear podcast. I go by the name Chris BlonkoPro. I started this podcast to share my untold story, my truths, and my journey, and my close relationship to Jesus Christ. And I want you to create a life on your own terms. We always have a choice. This podcast is about career, hustle, perseverance, manifestation, fun, sport, entertainment, relationship goals, and